No, I'm not going to pull your finger. Greetings and welcome to the Contracting Guy. I am the Contracting Guy here on location in the Toledo Zoo in Toledo, Ohio. And I have a veteran who sent in the following email. He says, "Hey, Contracting Guy, my name is Anthony, and I'm from Avon Lake, Ohio, and I have a question. I recently lost a bid, and someone said I should protest. What do you think?" Well, Anthony from Avon Lake, Ohio, I'll have an answer for you in just a moment. Well, Anthony from Avon Lake, you bring up an excellent question. Should you protest? Well, interestingly enough, this is episode 33, and protests are far part 33. Who would have guessed on that one? But let's talk about this. No. And the reason I would suggest that you not protest, especially if this is your first concern, is that you want to understand how the government operates. Unless it's something egregious. And I would say is that chances are it's probably not. But something you want to be able to look at is accept losing gracefully. You want to be able to say, okay, go to the debriefing and ask, how can I improve my or my proposal next time? That's what you want to do. You don't want to go and start whining over the fact that you lost and somebody else won, especially if that somebody else is someone you don't particularly care for or a big competitor. So my first counsel to you is, if you're contemplating protest, then don't. But if you are contemplating protest, you better make sure that you have your act together. Everything I've talked about in the episodes previous to this have all focused on understanding a solicitation well enough and documenting it well enough and communicating well enough so that you can, if necessary, defend it in a protest. So what are you protesting? Now, in a previous episode as well, I talked about 7 protest categories. So you're going to be looking at specifically process failures by the federal government. And you need to make sure that you understand what they're supposed to do so that you can argue effectively, on that. It is always wise to get counsel whenever looking at a protest. And the reason is that it is a quasi legal thing, an administrative law thing. It's not a court case, but it has significant impact. So I would suggest, Tony from Avon Lake, Ohio, is that you understand what is required of you, that you document everything you need to document, you communicate, you use letterhead, and you focus on what needs to be done. So first thing, don't do it. Be graceful, enter into the debriefing with a desire to learn more about what is necessary. You'll win more that way. However, if it is so egregious that you have to take a stand, then I would suggest that you get assistance on it, because it's not something you want to enter into alone. Now, it's probably not the answer that you were looking for, but it's probably the safest bet that you need, and something you actually need to use is to take it very slowly, and don't run to protest as if you need it every time. A protest is a way to be able to hold the system in check. And when the system fails, you need to be able to deal with that in a proper way. The best thing to do is look at timing, is to make sure that you're questioning things in a timely fashion. When you don't question in a timely fashion, you lose the right to protest. If your information, if you're not the next person in line to get an award, then you probably lose the likelihood of having your protest listened to. Well, Anthony from Avon Lake, Ohio, you provided a great subject, and a subject that often is misunderstood as the go-to thing. Don't go to it as the first thing. Contemplate what is necessary, reflect on it, talk to your colleagues, talk to the PTACs, talk to VBOC, and ask what is expected. And then next time, after you get a debriefing from the federal government, then you come back and say, okay, how is it going? Well, Anthony from Avon Lake, Ohio, I appreciate you asking the question. I look forward to talking to you in the future. This is the Contracting Guy. I'm out. Thank you for watching The Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is The Contracting Guy. I'm out.